Good God Tuesday morning. Great morning, wonderful people out here in social media land. Thank y'all for tuning in, liking, tagging, sharing. I am none other than your G.P.S, God's personal servant, Marnisha MT. That is me. How y'all doing on this God given Tuesday? Yo, I'm gonna need some help for today. I need some coffee. I'm extremely tired. Yep, tired, and having to get sleep. But hey, I am here and gonna make it do what it do, and it's gonna be a fabulous Tuesday. A fabulous Tuesday, darling. So, um, trample your trample your trauma on Tuesday. This is what we talk about on Tuesdays, and I kind of want to just give this little situation that I encountered while I was on vacay and thinking about it because I'm just gonna share the story. So anyway, I was at the casino and was carrying our bag of food, and so the bag of food, and so while carrying it, oh my goodness, whew, excuse me, y'all. While carrying it, my food fell out the bag, the bottom of the bag. Now the food didn't fall over; it didn't make any mess or anything, but the brown paper bags that it was in, it dropped out the bottom. I forgot to hit my do not disturb. Um, but it dropped out the bottom. And so I'm at this table, like I thought I was at near the blackjack table. So, and I wanted to play some blackjack. And so anyway, the food fell. I was embarrassed. Hurry up, grab the food. Um, and got it together, arranged it, fixed it, everything else, right? So out of my embarrassment, I sat at the table, and I'm like, all right, cool, put me in, and to kind of play it off or whatever the case is, right? So I sat at the table, sat at the wrong table, and lost $20, like just like that, literally in 2 minutes. I sat at the poker table. I don't know nothing about no poker. You hear me? I know about blackjack, jack, but nothing about no poker. And so I was bothered with it because I was like, oh my God, I know why I dropped that when I dropped that food, I realized like, dang, well, how did I sit at the wrong table? Why did I sit at the wrong table? First of all, how come I didn't realize I was sitting at the wrong table? Or I was sitting at the wrong table than I wanted to. And I dropped the food, I got embarrassed, and I got distracted. And so with dropping the food, trying to hurry up and do something, and because of embarrassment, I ended up losing money. And so with me losing the money, I became shameful within myself. So I didn't sit at another table to play the proper game that I wanted to play because of my shame and because of my embarrassment. And so I was like, man, I had to kind of dig through this because it bothered me for a couple of days. And so I want to share that with y'all because we have situation and like something happened in life, and we all have embarrassing situations and embarrassing moments, right? And so we try to do things to come back. We try to do things to make it less embarrassing. Or like when I got up, got the food really quick, sat at this table, and trying to be cool with the stuff instead of embracing what happened. I didn't rush to put up the stuff, but I rushed to sit at the table to put my money somewhere that wasn't going to benefit me. But because I was embarrassed of what happened, and everybody, if anybody looked, whoever was paying attention, because it was like, yo, I'm just simply walking. got the bag, do 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 do, poof. And I'm like, oh wow, okay, snap, man, blam. Let me pick this up. Let me grab this stuff and let me move hastily. And so, in the moving hastily, it was just simply because I was embarrassed. And I know how it is to be embarrassed and the things that happened before in life when I was embarrassed. But the thing is this that I want to talk about, because some things are going to happen. But because we move hastily, we move to try to not have nobody pay attention to us, we end up messing up everything else connected. Right? So I ended up messing up my money, and just because I was not in the right mind frame of just pick it up, Nisha, and keep on going. I got in the mind frame of being worried about what they gonna say, worried about if somebody laugh, worried about if if somebody gonna say anything, or somebody gonna point a finger. These became my worries in that complete quick second, in that complete moment. It wasn't no other it wasn't nothing else but me worrying and trying to hurry up and get out of this situation. And while I'm hurrying and getting out of this situation, I ended up creating another situation of loss. And so now I'm even more embarrassed because I sat at a table that I didn't have no. What up, Kiki? How you doing? I didn't have no knowledge of anything, because I was like, oh my God. Then shame hit it came me. Shame even more came in more because I sat at the table, didn't know what I was playing until after I lost my money. And everybody at the table knew I didn't know what I was doing. One lady said, good luck. I'm like, all right, cool. So, but that luck, she knew I needed it because I guess I had that, you know, that baby smell, about the situation. And so I sat there, and the dealer even knew. So the cards was dumped out, blah blah skippy. And so it was only 15 to get put in. So then in this whole situation, mentally, I was in a place where I was so concerned of others because of traumatic experiences that I ended up not conquering nothing. I ended up falling more into it. And so, like, it was 15 to get in, right? And I'm like, all right, I got the 15, but I got the 4 chips. And so I'm like, man, I don't want to seem like no buster. So let me put all 4 chips in, right? So, I lost it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I sit at the table, put the money in. They waiting on me. And I'm like, what? Like, I did what I did. Supposed to hit done. Thought I did. So happy ever. The dealer, right, grabbed the cards. He was like, let me see your cards. He looked at them and was like, you don't have nothing. And just like threw it in and dismissed me. I was like, dang, shoot, that hurt. And that was even more embarrassment. That was even more shame. And so then I'm like, okay, let me get my stuff. Let me get up off this table. I turn around and look at the table, and like, this say poker. This ain't even the right table. So because of the first hint and the smell and the whiff of embarrassment, and then shame came after that because I lost like it like that. And now people was watching me. So I had to, get off the table, and then I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm not going to another. I'm not even going to the right table. I'm not going to go to the right table because I am not going to experience the same thing. And that's sometimes what happens in life. We don't want to even go to the right table or go and fix our mistakes or go and be in something that we know is right for us, even though we messed up the first time, because we don't want the same feeling to come back. We don't want the same rejection to come back. We don't want the same hurt to come back. We don't want the same pain to come back. So then we end up messing up or missing out on something that was good for us or needed for us or that was in alignment for us because we allow the guilt and the shame and the embarrassment to come in. And then I'm hyped off of that. Then I'm like, man, I feel bad off of that. And so I didn't sit at the table to a game I knew how to play, which I could have probably recouped my $20. So I lost bigger. And then I walked away with my tail tucked because I felt shame. And so when things happen and we go through things in traumatic experience in life, it produced something simple from dropping my bag. It produced the feeling of embarrassment. Then I get at the table. Then I'm embarrassed some more. Then I walk away. Now I'm experiencing shame, so I don't get up and I don't go to the proper table that I'm skilled at. We don't go and get a better job that you're skilled at because you learned now. I learned in that moment to pay attention to what I was doing because of the distraction became greater. The feeling and the emotion became greater than my purpose. My purpose was to sit at a blackjack table and win some money. But my defeat and my focus end up being lived out of my embarrassing situation. And so I gained more embarrassment. And that was my investment. That was what my investment was in at that moment, me being embarrassed instead of gaining what was properly for me. So we go through things and we experience things, and then the after effect is more damaging and have more power than your main purpose and your main goal, which is the purpose and the power that you need to walk in, that we need to walk in, that we need to conquer, that we need to become better at, that we need to be triumphant in. So even in the place of me being distracted, if I wasn't dealing with embarrassment, I would have got up, looked at the table. Oh, y'all think y'all let me put my stuff right here and let me go on about my business. But because in that moment of embarrassment of the traumatic experience of dropping my food in front of people, like you in high school or something, right? And you drop your food and then everybody laugh at you. You know, in situations like that, embarrassing moments. And so that became my first response. And it bothered me, and I had to deal with it. I had to address it within myself. And so then I started getting the little revelations and the lessons of the shame behind it, the guilt behind it, and then the fear to continue to progress because something bad happened. Don't allow our experiences, our embarrassing moments, our frustrating moments, our mistakes limit us. I need you to drive, young person, wherever you may be. Well, I'm just going to pass you. I'm sorry about that. So don't allow your situations to have more power, more control, more weight over the abilities that you do have, over the wisdom that you do have, over, your lessons that you have learned in the past. Don't allow that you to walk in that. Walk in knowing that, stuff happens, pick it up, keep moving, and don't become distracted because of an embarrassment moment. Don't lose anything else greater than you have to because of an embarrassing moment, because of a traumatic experience. Don't cut off what's beneficial to you and those around you that you love, to experience you and you experience them in a greater way because of a hurtful situation, because of a traumatic experience. And yes, it is hard. And I'm telling you, because I got totally stuck. And man, before then I was winning. This is how good. If before then I was winning, then all of a sudden in my mind, I started being in my head and I started losing everything else because I already was defeated by losing that money, but I didn't have to be defeated. It was an honest mistake. So the defeat became greater. And now I started manifesting more defeats because I was stuck on that one defeat. And it was a simple distraction move. It was something of embarrassment. I'm going to keep going back and saying that. So I got crippled by fear. And then when I sat at other tables or whatever, just having a good time, I started losing before I was winning because my vibration was high. My vibration was like, yeah, I'm having fun. Let's do this. I'm gonna win. Blah 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 blah. And if I lose, I lose. But I was in a different vibration. I was in a different mental space before the incident of embarrassment. So things happen, and it can cripple us within that next second and stop us from living and moving and grooving and striving and gaining what potentially is really yours. Because we allow those experiences to cripple us. We allow those traumas to define us. We allow those embarrassing situations to keep us stuck. And then it produced shame. And then now you're walking around being guilty and beating ourselves up because all I should have did was just pick up the phone and look at the table. All I could have did was not be embarrassed. All I could have did, then you start beating up on yourself. All I could have did was this. Maybe if I wouldn't have been here, maybe if I then we in this whole guilt thing. And come on, we can't allow, when we know the knowledge, when we know where we come from, when we get the revelation, we cannot allow it to continue to lead us and guide us. And it ain't easy. But when you start smelling it, when you start sensing it, when you start feeling it, when you start, okay, let me get this right now. I'm about to defeat this. I'm about to defeat this joker right quick. I'm about to move. Yep, I'm about to be great. I'm about to walk in this thing. I ain't gonna be embarrassed. I ain't gonna be shameful. I'm not gonna allow my traumatic experiences to stop me from loving again, to stop me from embracing again, to stop me from having friendship, to stop me from even having reconciliation, to stop me from sharing how I feel about something, to stop me and cripple me. Nope, I got the power. I'm greater than any traumatic experience. It damaged me, it hurt me, it bothered me, it broke me. Yep, but guess what? No longer. So on this day, let's trample our trauma and start speaking because it will not lead and guide me and be my defeat. It won't be my defeat. It won't be my struggle. It won't be what leads me. I learned from it. So I learned from the lessons. But shame, guilt, embarrassment from the traumatic experiences will not be my leader. It will not be the line leader. It will not be my motivation. It will not be, oh, I can make sure I don't get embarrassed no more. Don't. When we say, then we focus on being embarrassed. Or I'm gonna make sure, I'm being clear. Nope, just speak with clarity. Say, I gotta say that for myself. I will speak with clarity. I am clear. So on this good old God Tuesday, that we are here and experiencing a wonderful day today, a rainy day where I'm at, but I'm here. Don't allow it to continue because it has. When you got that revelation of what it is, move forward. Don't be stuck. Move forward. Don't be resistant. Move forward. Don't be fearful. Move forward. Don't be doubting. Because doubt can lead us. And then we always gonna be second guessing. What if I do? But what if it's great? What if I fail? But what if you succeed? What if nobody laughs? Then that's great. But what if they do? It don't control you. It don't control you. You know. So we have people that, man, don't like to be in public, don't like to be seen, don't like, man, me at times, no, I messed up that time. I don't want to do it no more. Guess what? Got to keep doing. Yep, I missed that free throw. Don't want to shoot no more free throws. But guess what? I got to keep doing it. Just work it. When you know the revelation, when you get the truth, apply it to your life, gain from it, embrace it, and release it from controlling your next move. Because your next move is going to be a great move. It's the best move. It's a loving move. It's a bubbly move. It's a I'm happy and I know it type of move. All right. So I thank y'all for joining, tagging, liking, sharing. I thank y'all right now just for encouraging someone else. But I really appreciate when you embrace who you are because you're worth it. All right. Have an amazing, dynamic Tuesday. I'm out.